You'll hear it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 11 of Are You Watching Podcast? And actually, that's a little too close up, but anywho, every episode is different. We don't have a niche anymore. It keeps on changing. So just a disclaimer. I am here with the one and only Cello Rose, and of course, my father, my creator. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about trauma bonds. And let's just start off with the introductions. So, Cello, how are you?
Doing good. I'm finally moved in and feeling a little better because it was a little chaotic for like a couple of weeks. So I'm in my new place. You can see my lamp in my window.
It's the high ceilings for me, baby.
Yes, it's nice and spacious. Echo.
True. I also moved too. But Daddy, how are you?
Goody, good. As usual.
Cool. Nice glasses, very sophisticated. What is this? Freaking, let's read a book session?
No. It's my reading glass, so.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the reading glasses, shout out to the Adidas hat, and then shout out to Cello's halter top.
Drinking.
Oh shoot, we could have did shots, but I didn't prepare.
That's okay. I got this from Trader Joe's, not sponsored,
Ooh.
but really delicious.
Okay, so it's healthy.
Yeah, it's for my mental health.
Weekday mental health, sparkling wine, thingy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so we're at the 2-minute mark. Anywho, so introduction to trauma bond. So what is a trauma bond? Trauma bond. If you've seen it on TikTok, it's a hot topic. And today's episode is about relationships because we had a special request about talking about freaking relationships. So
shout out to it. I'm kidding.
I know, don't. I'm just kidding. No, shout out. So to relationships, huh? So trauma bonds is all over TikTok. What about trauma bonds? Freaking, I had it. Okay, so were in an abusive or neglected relationship when you were younger with either your parents or caregiver, which translates into your adult relationships. And when you're finding relationships when you're an adult, you crave that like high and low chaotic like atmosphere. So when it's boring, you feel empty inside, there's something missing, blah, 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 blah. And you get stuck in a effing trauma bond. So
then you might have a good relationship, but then it's not giving you that toxicity, and you're like, this ain't it, and you get bored. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it has to do with a lot of effing chemicals that go into it. Because why can't you get it out of trauma bond? It's bad for you. Blah 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 blah. Well, there's oxytocin. Is that the effing the what's that thing called, bro? The medical the pill.
Dopamine.
Dopamine. Hold on. Mm-hmm. There's a drug that start with the O that everybody's addicted to. Opioids. Man, totally opposite.
What is the drug that everyone's addicted to that starts with the O?
Opioids.
That's what she said. Opioids.
I thought it was oxytocin. Where did I get oxytocin from? I think that's a chemical in your brain. OxyClean, something like that. There's so many chemicals that go into it. And then freaking, I'm not an effing, let's disclaimer, we're not effing scientists or medical professionals. We're getting all this from TikTok.
All from Wikipedia.
All from the internet. And so there's serotonin that goes into it. There's mother effing dopamine that goes into it. There's effing all these like chemicals in your mother effing brain that you get addicted to that effing dynamic. Yeah. So how do y'all feel about trauma bonds? Are you in a trauma bond?
Me?
I think, Dad, are you in a trauma bond?
Yeah, are you in a trauma bond? Spill the mother
traumatized.
No.
Nope.
So like, you think that grandma and your dad raised you pretty good?
Oh shoot!
My mom raised me pretty good because
I love grandma. She raised me too.
She raised all of us.
My dad died when I was 13 years old. So
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Most of my growing years is with my mom. So, and she is a very
Kind.
caring, kind. Not a single cuss that I heard from her is I'd never heard her cuss or say bad things against people that treat her bad. So
Oh yeah.
that carries along with, like, yeah, I get mad when people treat me wrong, but
Grandma
I
used to
get,
go to church like every day.
yeah,
I know she did.
I get over it real quick. I get
Me
mad, but
too.
then I don't, hold grudges for a long time.
Which is important. You know what though? I feel like in
Yeah.
trauma bonds, they don't know how to treat people.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, and it
Yeah,
really makes me
yeah.
disgusted. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's a control
because of
thing.
because of their past, their growing years is really messed up. So if
For
you
real.
have that experience in your growing years, so
You don't know how to treat
oh,
people.
yeah, because your mind is used to that atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're older, and you will be the same way.
And then it's like it's from generation to generation.
Yeah, and then maybe
Yep.
your kids gonna be the same way when they grow up. So
Mhm.
it's really a sad story in a family that has that experience in their lives.
There was a TikTok that was like, break the chain, be different,
Yeah.
For
be
real.
not like your family. I was like,
True.
Yep. So a legacy is always important to a
Break
parents.
the true. Hmm.
You know.
well, see, I know friends of mine, like her parents were alcoholics and they would never take care of the kids. And then when she grew up, she
To become
never
alcoholic?
wanted to she never wanted to drink alcohol ever because she
Maybe I
never
should
wanted to be
stop.
like her parents.
Well, she was
Yeah.
probably traumatized of the behavior of the parents. That's why she
Yeah.
doesn't want to drink alcohol. Yep.
Yeah. So I always try to get her to drink and she's like, no, I don't want to end up like my parents. And I'm like, oof.
Just because you drink one drink, but now I don't want to drink alcohol either. I don't want to end up in a trauma bond. Not that alcohol is gonna like contribute to a trauma bond, but you know what? Actually, I was at work and I feel like I'll get off at like 6, so like 5:30 is when we start with the deep talks. And freaking we mentioned like when people like one of the indicators of like being in a trauma bond is when like somebody embarrasses you in public, you know, like start a scene.
Mhm.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, does that person who is starting the scene, can they control it? Can they help it when
Gosh,
they're
I wish they could, but they really can't.
They can't.
Why
Yeah.
can't?
Because they're in a
It's in
mindset
a
where like, yeah, I don't know. I've been there where I can't even chill. I have no chill when like it clicks and I don't know why. And then like I bring after the fight or whatever I go through, and then like hours later I'm like, whoa, that was stupid. Why did I get so upset over something that's stupid? I don't
so
know
they
why I can't
can't.
control it. I
They
mean, I would
can't.
like to. You think you could realize and rationalize yourself in that moment, but then like it just doesn't happen. I don't know.
It triggers something in your mind that
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was a
situation.
trauma bond.
It's
Yeah.
it's an avoidable human reaction sometimes that will trigger it. Like
Yeah.
somebody make you mad in public, and then you would like react, like start yelling and cussing and shit. But
Well, see, it's not even usually anybody that I don't know. It's so like someone I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that
like someone that I'm with.
you're
Like it's
talking
not
about
even like with
fight or making a
in a
scene
relationship.
Making a scene like
publicly in
Mhm.
public.
Not typically
A scene.
publicly. Not usually. I don't like doing it publicly. But
Yeah, it's
We were
really
talking about publicly. We were talking about publicly.
it's really really sad if you do that.
If
I'll
in
never do
so
public,
that.
right?
I
I
will never
witnessed
ever
someone at
ever
the
do that.
beach, like
Always
Yeah.
beating
the
her
beach,
boyfriend
bro.
up. Yeah, always at the beach. She was like beating her boyfriend up and they called the cops. And then she was just like, she was just still going off. And like, I think, I don't know if alcohol was involved. I really don't know, but she was going off and like she ripped the guy's shirt. And I was like, the cops are right there watching her do it. I mean, they
And they don't
arrested her,
stop her.
obviously. Right.
Oh.
And then her friend was like involved and they arrested her friend too. Like she was just trying to stop it and they all arrested everybody. I was like, whoa.
But I wonder if
So-
she could control it though.
I
you
don't think
know?
so. That's why I'm like, yeah, like you would
If you-
think.
even though if you're not drunk, if it triggers you, then it triggers you. You would do it anyways.
Yeah.
But when you're drunk, that add more the
Fire to the fuel.
yeah, fire to the fuel. You're right about
Yeah,
that.
that's a good thing to say about it. Yeah.
Dang. So